my question is, whenever you went to like say karaoke,
Mhm.
um, were you ever like, so obviously any songs are your probably go to
Mm.
for the most part, but were you ever like embarrassed to sing any songs whenever you would come
Ah.
when you came to Japan? It was I don't know if you
Mm.
had this kind of stigma in the state, I mean in France, but if you liking anime was not cool until recently.
It was very funny to see how when I went to snack, the guys there they had their songs. But what was even
Mhm.
funnier is that they sang this very classic song like enka stuff and very melodic
Mhm.
stuff from the 70s, but they changed the lyrics
Yeah.
to make a lot of shinometa, a lot of sexual innuendos and stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was so funny.
Rose of old Japan, I'm coming back to you. There in old Japan, you
And
may
welcome
find
back
me
to the Nihon no
home.
Madoguchi Podcast with your host Domo and
Marty, what's up, everyone? What's up, Domo? I see a different setting in the background.
indeed, I'm on the first floor.
Right,
Our regular viewers may be familiar with this. I've only recorded here once,
right.
but if you've watched that specific episode, you'll remember kind of this background. But I am on a different side
Mhm.
than I was in the episode. In the episode, the TV was behind me, but
Right.
today we have like the shelf behind me this time around.
Lovely,
Yes,
lovely.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So,
But
yeah.
yeah.
So I was saying because
Um,
we did a little bit of chit chats out, I mean, off camera. So I
oh yeah,
guess
yeah, of course.
we can jump right into the topic of today because this is a part
Sure, sure.
two of our previous episode that we've done. So Domo, wanna bring us back to speed on what we were talking about last time?
Sure, sure. So yes, this is part two of the most recent English episode, where we talk about kind of our favorite Japanese songs, right? And more specifically, songs that kind of got that we kind of heard when we were younger that kind of started us on our Japanese journey, whether we knew it or not. Like in my case, I had heard a song in the song "Get Your Freak On" by Missy Elliott. If you know, you know. At the beginning, there's Japanese, and I had no idea until a couple of years ago, recently. So, but if you're like Marty, where 8, 9, 10 years old, watching old anime, and just has the original Japanese OST and openings and
Exactly.
endings and stuff like that, you get the pure Nihongo. But the first episode, we only got to touch on the beginnings of our kind of like musical journey, Japanese musical journey. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about kind of this is the part two, and we're gonna be talking about our time abroad in JTW. As you guys all know, we studied abroad at Kyushu University on a program called JTW, and kind of how maybe our music kind of tastes may have changed, or
Right.
when we actually came to Japan, what we were actually listening to at the time, what we were singing at karaoke, this, that, and the other. So yeah, I'll let you take us off here, Marty. Kick us
Sure.
off with the first comments here. So as we know, as
Right.
the audience probably now
I
knows,
mean,
right?
you may know
We
by there may be some innuendo here and there because you don't see the other way around. So
Yeah, 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 right. We are hard hardcore.
I
We're
would say,
otaku
yeah,
through and through. Through and through. We love anime, we love manga. And that shows whenever when we came to Japan, we started going to karaoke and singing Ani songs.
yeah.
So my question is, whenever you went to like say karaoke,
Hmm.
Um, were you ever like, so obviously any songs are your probably go to
Mm.
for the most part, but were you ever like embarrassed to sing any songs? whenever you come
Ah.
when you came to Japan. It was I don't know if you
Mm,
have this kind of stigma in the state. I mean in France, but if you liking anime was not cool until recently,
mm,
right? And if you are singing Japanese songs, you might get bullied.
mm,
And who knows? You know, you come to Japan. Sure, it's the land of anime and manga, but
mm.
not everyone in Japan watches anime or reads manga. You know,
Right.
you go with some regular Japanese people, you start singing anime songs, they're like, you know. Were
Good
you ever
point.
like conscientious of that kind of thing, or you were you just kind of like free, singing whatever you wanted to sing,
Mm.
uh, and whatnot? Yeah.
Good question. Good question. I would say initially I was not very conscientious about that, so I just sang
Mm.
whatever I wanted to sing. I would say the more I understood Japanese, the more I understood the lyrics of what I was singing, the more I was like,
Sure, sure, sure,
mm,
sure.
maybe there are some songs that fits better in
Mm.
certain occasion with certain people.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I remember once I went to a snack bar. So in Japan,
Okay.
this place is called snack, which is
Mm,
more geared towards old, not very old people, but I'd say 50s to 70s, 80s years old. This is the kind of range.
mm.
More mature men usually, and the overall atmosphere of that place is way more adults.
Of course.
There is no actual sexual talk at all, but the overall vibe is more different. Let's say like it's way different than what you could do
Mm.
at karaoke. And I remember singing one Annie song there, and I felt like was maybe not the best place to do it, especially with the people that I was with, which were a lot of like 60s to 70s-year-old countrymen.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but other than that
Interesting. Yeah.
situation, usually I don't really get self-conscious or didn't really care much about the type of songs that I
Mm.
was singing at the beginning, especially. And
Yeah.
maybe the more I learned what I was saying, the little I tried to put some more selection into what I was singing, depending on which people I went singing with. But overall, no,
Yeah, yeah.
I pretty much sings whatever I want to sing. That would be my answer. Were
Of,
you
of course, of course.
were you afraid to
No,
sing songs like any songs when you were in Japan, Domo?
I do have a very specific story about that.
Oh,
Um, but before that,
right.
or maybe I guess maybe I can talk about it and ask the follow up question later.
Mm,
So, so I do have a follow up question that I wanted to ask you.
of course.
I'll ask it later. But so I was very similar to
Mm,
you as well. When I first came, it was I just sung the songs that I enjoyed or songs that I knew,
right.
right? And whether you know it was I knew the lyrics and I knew they were like trashy or not,
Mm,
right? Whenever I went to karaoke, I just sung the songs that I knew I could sing.
right.
It's the Japanese ones anyway,
Mm,
and most of them were anime songs. So right, and there was one specific instance, and I'm pretty sure this was at Qdai.
right.
Um, I was singing I was singing the opening to a anime called Exion Saga GT. Now, if any, oh,
Yeah.
not GT, DT. If anyone in the audience knows that anime, you're goaded. You're in the niche. You're too down. You're too deep. You're
The
too deep
rabbit
in.
hole.
It's quite a niche, and I don't know anyone else who's ever watched it.
I've
Um,
the
but
first time I hear it.
right, it's uh, it's quite a unique anime. I won't get into what
Mm-hmm.
it's about, but the opening for the anime. Um, actually, no, it wasn't Exion Saga DT. Which anime was that? Oh no, I forgot the name of it. Exion Saga DT. The opening for that is a parody of a song I do really like,
Right.
but that's for a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot the name of the anime, but it's one of those kind of like weird etchy ones
Ah,
where they're they're in robots and then like it has to be a guy and a girl pair in the
of
robot
course.
to make it work
Of
and
course it
the
is.
girl's in like a weird kind of like provocative position, you know,
It is.
and how you make the robot go is with your libido.
Mm.
And so there is a there's a song called Kenzen Dobo Daimidara. And Kenzen just means healthy, right?
Right.
Robo is robots, and Daimidara is the name of the robot.
Mm-hmm.
And the first the Utai Dashi, right? The first like line in the song
Right.
is called Ooh. It goes Ooh na do di bi do wo ikara ni ka ero. And yeah, so and I really liked the song. It was hype. I really
Of
liked
course.
the song, and I did like look up the lyrics. I knew what it was saying, but it was funny to me, right? I was like, I'll get some people to laugh.
Right.
And this is when I was at JTL. We went as like a group of people,
Mm-hmm.
and there was obviously some Japanese people, foreigners. I didn't think anyone was gonna know this anime song. Maybe I was like, maybe Japanese people might know it. Maybe someone has watched it.
Right.
And so I busted it out, and no one knew it,
Of
but there were a group of Japanese people laughing at me as I was singing my heart out. I was giving it my 100%. And they were like, Chuck. It wasn't like almost, it was like the fuck is this guy singing? It was the awkward kind of like I was like,
people watching, looking at
okay.
each other like, is he singing what I
I
think
was
he's
like
singing?
giving me the look like I was like, okay, maybe I'll stay away from that one at least in group settings. Maybe I just be more selective
Right.
of what I sing and how I who I'm singing it around.
Right.
So I had that kind of story, and I wanted to know if you had something similar.
I do.
You're right.
You were there, I think.
Oh, let me hear it.
Yeah. So it was, or maybe no. Yeah, I think you were there. You did come to
Maybe.
Nagasaki when we went there with the. No, you were not in Nagasaki, so you were not there. I think because we had a similar
Okay.
situation with a common friend in a similar occasion, so I think I mistook that. Anyway, so there
I don't know.
is
Yeah.
there is this anime which is a very heavily parody of like
Okay.
songs and stuff, which is called Detroit Metal City.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. The story, for people that may not know it, the story is basically you have this very kind person that wants to sing. He wants to become a folk melodic singer. So he's very like cute and very sweet and stuff and everything. But then he is the best metal singer in the world. Like he kind of when he wears the makeup, he becomes a completely different personality, and he is actually the best at what he does, And the thing is that the humor of this anime plays on the contrast between this very kind person and this like extreme persona, which is like black death metal stuff. So it's very crassy. The things he sings. So the thing is that the opening song, if you know that it is a parody, it's very funny.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But if you have not watched the anime, and if you don't know that what you're singing is a parody, you may come in a little bit of a weird person, because the first lyrics goes literally korose korose subete o korose. And then he goes like, I killed my father, I killed my mother, and with this, probably this video will be not pushed that much because of what I just said, but it's just the lyrics, And he goes and it's like 2 minutes and a half of people screaming the microphone, like just everything and stuff like that. And I remember singing that, assuming that people would understand that it was a parody, and they didn't really understand that it was a parody, and they were like, okay, you have just killed the mood of the karaoke. And I was like, sorry. It was yeah. So I had a similar. That is when I started thinking, maybe I should give a listen to the lyrics I'm singing, and how a native could probably listen to them in a very different way, because they may not have the knowledge of where does this stuff that you're singing comes from. So yeah, I share your feeling, the more.
No, that's to just kind of briefly mention
Mm,
before I move on and ask you this question. Not even Japanese, a Japanese song. Have you ever heard of the song "Down with the Sickness"?
yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, by I think it's Papa Roach, maybe
Mm,
hopefully. And this is with a group of English speakers that I'm
mm,
going to karaoke with, and I sing "Down with the Sickness," and at the end, he gets very graphic. You know, he's like,
mm,
"Ah, I did it again. I did it
ah,
again. I'll kill you and then kill me and kill my life." Almost similar, like
okay, okay.
kill my mother and this, that, and the other. And after I finished screaming that into the mic, the room just went silent.
Of
I
course.
was like,
Mm, mm,
no, no one likes this. No one likes Down with the Sickness. What? And I don't think I've ever sung it since then
right.
in karaoke.
Mm,
I was like, oh no, I didn't. I thought people liked this song.
uh,
I didn't, maybe I just gotta cut it off at the end or something.
mm,
All right, I'll end it there. So to kind of follow up
sure.
on what you had said at the beginning with the snack
Mm,
situation, where you sung an anime song at the snack, and it just wasn't the song to fit the situation, right?
yes,
The
yes.
people, the group, the crowd. Um, did that kind of situation, experiencing that,
Mm-hmm.
at the snack, and even at, in the karaoke with your friends singing the opening for what was it, Death Metal Detroit or something like that.
Detroit Metal
Uh,
City, yes.
something, yeah. And like, so having these kind of experiences, did it force you to have to like expand your Japanese music horizons and have
Oh,
you go into different genres like
oh,
enka
ah,
or maybe like the old Japanese showa like type
mm,
songs and things like that.
yeah. Uh,
The regular J-pop and stuff, yeah.
partially, partially.
Oh,
In a sense that it made me
partially.
want to
In
do
what
it.
way? Yeah, yeah.
It made me want to do it, but I didn't really follow up. Also because I didn't have as many occasion as you had to go to karaoke. My wife doesn't
Mm,
like karaoke, so I don't go to karaoke by myself. Yeah, I know, I know. It's some things happens, but yes, I pretty much do. I mean, it was very funny to see how when I went to snack, the guys there they had their songs, but what was even
mm,
funnier is that they sang this very classic song like enka stuff and very melodic
mm.
stuff from the 70s, but they changed the lyrics
Yeah,
to make a lot of shinometa, a lot of sexual innuendos and stuff like that, and
yeah,
that was so funny in the context. So I was
mm,
like, I want to do what they're doing. So the will
yeah.
was there. I
Oh,
never followed through because
ah,
that
I
requires a
see, I
lot of
see.
commitments to just study songs and stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. Going
the will is
finding
there.
songs,
The
yeah.
will is definitely there. But I suppose that because I know that you like to expand your genres, so
Oh, yes,
can
of
you
course, of course.
provide some details on what was you? I mean, I think by now many of the regular viewers know that Domo is also the Karaoke King, yeah, along with the Kanji King.
I am indeed the Karaoke
So
King. I
if
am
you
the Kanji
can
King. Yeah.
if you can present what is the life of the Karaoke King.
So yes, so when I first came to Japan,
Mm,
even before I came to Japan, um, I was exposed to Japanese songs that weren't anime songs in my Japanese classes.
mm,
My teachers enjoyed using songs to teach certain grammar points. Not all the time, but like if there was that really used the grammar point really well, they would bring that out. Well, one
mm.
example is the Blue Hearts. I don't know if you're aware of the Blue Hearts and who they are as a group, and their
No.
most famous. I don't know if their most famous song is a song called Dinda Dinda.
Ah, yes, 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 yes.
You may have heard it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but there was
So
a movie also, right?
it's that group, yeah. I think so, yeah. And so they also have a song called Kisu Shite Hoshi,
Mhm.
and we
Steoshi
were
Monogatari.
learning we were we were learning the Hoshi and Te Hoshi form
Mm,
of like, cause I think we were at the Stai. like I
Mm-hmm.
want to do, but then the opposite of shy in the sense of like you want to do it, but when you
Right.
want someone else to do something for you,
Mm.
you use tehoshi, and they say kisu shite hoshi uh, throughout the entire song many times,
Right.
right? Just to hammer it home. So we would listen to songs like that. Has nothing to do with anime, but those were kind of like it was like my entrance into songs outside of the ani song
Mm.
world,
Right.
right? Um, and there's another one called oh no, I forgot the name. Well, that name is not important. But there's I think it's by a group called the Daijiman Brothers,
Mm-hmm.
and they it 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 taught you how to nominalize verbs by adding koto
Ah, koto.
at the end. Yeah. So, or you can add no, in
Mm.
some certain cases as well. So it's like makenai koto nage dasanai koto nige dasanai koto
Mm.
shinji nuku koto, right? And so you learning through music was something that I was introduced to in my Japanese classes. So
Right.
after I came to Japan, I wanted to kind of expand my horizons. I
Mm.
really wanted to, and it was less about I wanted to know more about songs outside of anime songs, but it was more about I wanted to get access to more grammar points through songs.
Mm.
And the first song that I got recommended because I came to Japan, stayed in the Airbnb, and the host, really nice guy. We were like chatting or whatever. I was like, I want to learn more about songs, learn more Japanese through songs. Do you have any recommendations? The song you recommended to me was a song called Aiwa Katsu,
Mm.
and very very famous song,
Yep.
right? I'm pretty sure I've sung it a
Yep.
lot at karaoke.
Yep.
And that was probably outside of the ones that I learned in my Japanese classes. That was probably the first song that I learned that wasn't an anime song and I
Mm.
memorized.
Right.
Um, and I still sing it to this day.
Yes.
And right, so that kind of started my journey on the anime path. And then I go on to go out and go to karaoke with a lot of different people, a lot of different
Mm.
people with different age range. Actually, I didn't go to snack. I don't think I went to a snack until I came to Udeshino.
Right.
So just going to different types of karaoke with different groups of people
Mm.
exposed me to different types of songs.
Yes.
And I'm a very simple guy. If it sounds nice, I'll
You
put
pick
it.
it up.
I'll write it down. I'll pick it up and put it in my Spotify. Right, and then I'll go back and listen to it again, and that's kind of how I got exposed to a lot of songs.
Mm.
And one of those songs was the bane of all the JTW's like students' existence, and it's called Giroppon by
Yeah.
Nezumi Senpai.
Nice.
Yeah, we call it the Popo
Very
song. It's a
nice.
beautiful song. I still sing it to this day.
It's amazing.
It's a legendary song,
Mm.
and that starts to get into like the parody songs,
Yeah.
right? Because I also have so I think I mentioned literally from that anime Exxon Saga GT DT, sorry. They have a song called DT Steru, and and it's a parody from a song called Golden from Golden and Bomber. I'm pretty sure I've sung it at JTW.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Moto Kare Korosu.
Mm.
And the beginning of Moto Kare Korosu is it
Mm.
starts Moto Kare Korosu,
Oh,
and and then but at the beginning of the opening of this anime called DT Steru,
mm-hmm.
it's DETE Suteru, which is hilarious to me. It was
Right.
hilarious to me when I found out what DT meant. For you guys who don't know, DT is the acronym for dote, which is virgin in Japanese. So he's trying to. It's a song about him wanting to get rid of virginity. When I learned it, I was in high school, of course. It was hilarious to me,
Of
and I
course it
was like,
was.
I'm gonna sing this forever. I've sung it. I sung it once for Eriko. She was like, What is this?" So yeah. Yeah. My kind of exploration into non-anime songs kind
Mm.
of started there, and kind of expanded as I started kind of going again to like different places,
Mm.
different karaoke with different people, especially the older generation. Like you said, they have their songs, and
Very
again, if it
interesting.
sounded good to me,
Yeah,
I
just
would
pick it up.
I would pick it up and put it in and write it down and learn it. And a lot of and then I would sing it at karaoke, and everyone would be like, what do you know what why do you know this song? And I'm like, I just heard it at karaoke. Great way to learn new songs. Go to
Yep.
karaoke with a
Definitely, definitely.
yeah.
Mm.
It's
So
yeah. Oh,
no, I think
did you have something to add?
we had a slight drop in audio. So the
Oh,
just to reiterate, the best way, what Domo said, the best way to pick up new songs is to go to karaoke with a variety of people.
indeed, indeed. And I mean, again, if you like anime, don't you don't have to learn other songs. It's
Mm.
just what I did. I mean, you can do the Marty thing and just be selective with what anime songs you sing. You can sing something like "Dive in the Sky" and a
Ah,
test. That's
nice.
that's one of our songs that we
Yep,
like to
yep,
say. Yeah,
yep.
yeah. That's just a good song all around.
Yeah.
And I said that I branched out to learn different
Mm.
songs, but if you look at my Spotify, I have 1,500 ish
Oh
songs
wow.
total, and 600 of them are Japanese. So a majority of my songs are English and
Mm.
other languages, Spanish, Chinese, stuff like that.
Mm.
Uh, and I do have a Russian, a Ukrainian one as well. Like it's random Ukrainians. Uh, that's beside the point.
Right.
600 songs in Japanese, and out of those 600 songs, half of them are anime songs.
Of course they are.
Three 606 are Japanese songs, and 309. I looked it up.
Mm.
309 are anime songs. So slightly more than half of all my Japanese anime. I am an anime fan to the bone at heart. Right? You can't take it out, but I can suit the occasion when needed.
Right, right, right. I mean, anime songs, if you want to tie it back to Japanese learning, most of the anime
Yeah,
songs are usually related to what is happening on the series that
it's
you're
true.
watching and
It's true.
everything. So it is a little bit easier. And also, depending on where you watch them, usually you have also when you watch the song, you have the karaoke at the bottom when you're watching
Yeah, yeah.
the actual series. So they are a very interesting way to pick up on words, on grammar points, and everything. So it is a
Mm-hmm.
very user friendly, beginner friendly way to memorize also the sonority of how Japanese
Mm-hmm.
sings. I mean, Japanese
Yeah, yeah.
singing and Japanese speaking is slightly different
Yeah, of
because
course,
of where
of
you
course.
put the accent and everything. But if you want to just get more fluent in your pronunciation, if you want to get rid a little bit of your accents, if your accent may bothering you or stuff, memorizing songs and trying to copying the style of the singing, even when you're speaking, it's very helpful in improving your overall fluency. I wouldn't say that you get better at speaking per
Yeah,
se, but just the fluency, the way words come out of your mouth more fluently. That is a very interesting, beginner friendly way to, and also funny if you like singing and go to karaoke and just pretend that you're practicing Japanese and sing your songs. That would be,
no, yeah. Karaoke is truly a great way to learn
mm,
Japanese, I would say. Especially if you go to, karaoke box. I mean any karaoke you go to,
yeah.
they'll have the lyrics of course in Furigana. And so you can, learn new words,
Mm,
learn points like that. And if you come across something you don't know, just go and look it up and boom, bang, bang, you got a uh new tango or new boompo in your arsenal, right?
yeah.
So, and I wanted to ask you, Marty,
Sure.
did you ever, was there ever a time when you were actively using music as a tool for study in Japanese, or?
So yes, I would say that I used to I used to use, not sounding very
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah,
I used to
yeah. It's fine,
use
it's fine.
I used to use songs to learn Japanese, mostly when I was during the year abroad. The karaoke thing
Mm,
was very
yeah,
helpful
yeah.
because of the furigana. So learning
Mm.
like reading and singing kanji while having fun and having also how you pronounce them was very helpful
Yeah.
into also understanding the pacing where you put I mean in a song you don't really pause, but where you cut a sentence, where you put some accent, or where do you put more focus, like especially for the particles and stuff. So I would say that that was a period of my life and my Japanese learning period when
Hmm.
where using songs was really helpful. But yeah, I must say that I don't use songs as much as I use movies and manga to like
Yeah. Yeah.
learn and consolidate my Japanese proficiency in a funny way.
Hmm.
Mostly because I like to hear music when I do something else,
Yeah.
which means that if there is someone singing, I get distracted because I listen to the
Yeah.
lyrics.
Yeah. Of
So
course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
I listen to a lot of music that has no lyrics. Actually, I listen to a lot of Japanese
Mm.
music that has no lyrics at all. There is a couple of genres
Interesting.
that I love from Japan, but the specificity of those musics is that they don't have lyrics. So yeah, that is difficult to use it in a karaoke
Interesting.
situation. Yeah,
Yeah. Of course. Of course. Uh, question.
sure.
Just kind of not random, but because you say you like without lyrics, are you a fan of New Job is?
Ah, yes, yes, yes. I know Nujabes. I really like it, but
Yeah.
I also
Yeah. Yeah.
like what came before Nujabes. So it gets a lot of
Mm.
inspirations.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately he's dead. It's been dead for
Of
quite a
course.
while.
Yes. Mhm.
Um,
Rest in
I
peace.
I really love the 70s and 80s new like jazz wave that was in Japan, and that is what
Mm.
led to city pop after that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the fusion jazz, I think it is the correct term that they use it to. So there is a lot of mixing of jazz, but it's not very complicated jazz to listen to. Even beginners can listen to this kind of jazz that is has a lot of like Caribbean sounds. And
Mm.
even after, I mean, especially after the city pop explosion that we knew like about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
a lot of people, even westerns, went back to these kind of songs to sample them. So you
Mm.
may
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but there is a lot of stuff from Japan that is getting sampled in modern music as well. And that one is
I can't.
these
Yeah.
are
I can't
bangers.
say I know too much about it. Yeah.
Mm,
I don't listen to too many instrumental.
right.
All right. Sorry again for the technical difficulty. Goodness. Not sure what's going on, but we'll keep moving. So yeah, just kind of talking about Samurai Champloo, and the opening, for that, which is, what is, I think it's called, or the Way of the Samurai, something like that. And recently I had come across New Job is what is it called, the hexology or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you have like something called like the trilogy, right?
Right.
Which is like three of whatever thing.
Mm-hmm.
He has a compilation of 6 songs that he made over, I don't know how many years, and I just recently discovered it, and I love it.
Mm,
It's been on repeat on my
lovely.
in my playlist for the for the last month, honestly, and it's really great. It's really great. I don't know if you guys know this about, but once I get like really into something, or I'm really like really like not hyped, but like stuck on it.
Mm,
I'm really stuck on it. I'll like, if it's a song that I really like, I'll listen to it on repeat
yeah.
throughout the whole day, and throughout the whole week, and throughout the whole month. Right? I'll just keep listening to it just to because it sounds nice. And it was the same with those kind of new job
Mm-mm-mm.
songs here. Um, Now I know we're just kind of keep us moving forward. We're
Right.
running close to
To the
time
time
here.
limit.
Uh, yeah. But I wanted to ask you, Marty.
Sure.
I know we did a majority of our karaoke
Mm,
during JTW.
right.
I don't go to karaoke as much as I used to. I
Mm,
wish I did, but those times were really great. And I'm gonna end this off with a very simple, but maybe difficult question.
Oh wow.
Uh, what is your go-to song at karaoke? No matter anytime you go, what is the song that you sing? As they say in Japanese, your I think is what another
Can
thing
you
they say. Oh,
repeat
ohako,
because
sorry.
we lost you. So what is my in Japanese, as Japanese say?
That's hilarious. So, what is your go-to song when you
Right,
go to karaoke?
right.
And as they say in Japanese, your juhako.
I think the word is cursed because I heard only Juhachi. And
Juhachiban,
Juhachiban.
or
Juhachiban.
ohako. I think is
Ohako.
another way they pronounce it. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
What is your ohako or your juhachiban? Your go-to song?
so I know that there are some staples that gets the I would say the room fired up. You have Chisana
Yeah, yeah.
Koinouta from Mongol
Mm,
Hapyaku, but I don't really like it. I mean, I think it would be fair to say that I kinda got tired of it because it's in
uh,
every session you have this song. I would say
oh,
Dive in the Sky from the Planetes anime. That would be my
yeah,
go-to that I need to sing
really.
if I go to a
Oh, yeah.
karaoke. Yeah, that would be my go-to.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have a lot of them. Of course, as everyone does, I have a lot of songs, songs that I want to sing. But I would say if I had to do only one, that would be my go-to. But I'm trying to learn.
Interesting.
I'm
Oh,
trying to learn the first opening from Pokemon because it's very funny, but it's very fast. So I'm not sure I can channel the energy to do it.
I've never heard the Japanese Pokemon opening.
It goes very fast, and there are a couple of lyrics, like a couple of phrases in that are very very funny, and that is why I want to learn it. Because at some point
Interesting.
it says something like there are Pokemons everywhere, even under the skirts of that girl over there, or something like that. That you could translate. So yeah, that is why I want to learn it. Yeah, that would be
Naruhodo name.
just to
That's hilarious.
bringing
And
back the discussion to the Shimoneta kind of
oh,
songs, you know.
of course. You gotta bring it back full circle. I'm
Exactly.
surprised you didn't say JoJo, any of the no Chino Sadame
Yeah,
or
because
Proud and there.
JoJo songs can be sung only in particular occasion. So if I am with
Mm,
otaku people, I can sing it. But if you try to sing it, that is exactly the song that I tried to sing at the snack bar. And after thought, I
yeah.
was like, yeah, no wonder why they didn't YB in. It's like talking about the story of JoJo. But if
Mm,
you don't care about JoJo, you're just
oh, man.
hearing a guy saying, I don't know, the curse of that bloodline, and you do
Chino
this and
Sadame,
you're
right.
that, and the power in the ripples and stuff like that. So if you translate it, you kind of understand
Yeah,
why
yeah.
people may not vibe in with that. But with Dive in the Sky,
True, true, true.
it is really, it can fit in every kind of situation. So yeah, that would be my go-to.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Seeing the Planet Test anime,
Mm,
or even maybe they know the song. Who
mm,
knows? I don't sing it as much.
right.
Now that you're not around, that was
Mm,
because I was
exactly.
surprised when I found out that you knew it. I was like, you know Planet Test?
Of
What?
course.
That's a niche one. I don't
Yeah.
know many people
No.
Planet Test. So, yeah. So if I had to, pick a song or two,
Mm-hmm.
usually, and it's from like the anime section because I
Right.
my any songs, anime man at heart, of course. I usually tend to go with that are kind of ambiguous in terms of um how they sound and who wrote them. So there are plenty of anime songs that were written by groups who don't really write anime songs. It may have been like a Maybe
Mm-hmm.
they did a couple and they're not that well known. One very good example would be Koburo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. They may have written more anime songs. I just don't know them. But there's one song called "Summer Rain," and written in English, "Summer Rain." Um, and it's just a good song. It does have elements of the show in it,
Mm-hmm.
but if you didn't know it was an anime song, you wouldn't be able to
Guess
tell
it.
that it was an anime song, right? And like that. So if I'm in a room full of people I don't know, like I don't know how they will react to certain songs.
Right.
I might bust out a song like that, like "Summer Rain,"
Mm-hmm.
or um songs that I know will get people hyped. And this is just
Right.
from my experience, just doing karaoke. There are certain anime that most people have seen on
Mm.
like TV, NHK, or whatever. And one of those anime is Major, the baseball anime.
Right.
It's a baseball anime. And the opening for Major, Kokoroe, fire, straight fire. I bust that out. People are like, "Oh, it's Major, it's Kokoroe," right? And, if I had to pick one song that I like a go to, um, it would probably be "Summer Rain."
Mm.
"Summer Rain," and that was like when I was in JTW. Now it's a little different.
Right.
Um, but when I was in JTW, I would probably bust out. And I say that because it was a good song, and I did sing it whenever we had like JTW gatherings. But it was how do I put this? Kobukuro. They should make good songs. I don't know what else to say. It's just overall solid.
Right.
And when I'm singing back to back anime songs, about libido and kare like that.
They could bring back the
uh,
balance to the
you gotta
overall.
balance it out. It's an anime song, but people who don't know it's an anime
Right.
song. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a great choice that I have in my. Obviously, I have a bunch of others definitely sing whenever I go to karaoke, but um, a lot of those are like parody songs and things like
Mm.
that. And they can be hit or miss.
Right.
Some people might know them, some people might not know them. I
Mm.
mean, Guido Pon, right, is one that I think most people know, but um, I've met a lot of Japanese people who don't know it. What is this? Popo? What?
Oh.
That's hilarious. That's the first time I'm hearing this. And why does he know the song? It's great, this weird, obscure song, and I don't.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
That's always fun. But yeah, Planet
Exactly.
Test. That's
Yeah,
that's a great song, man.
that would be my go-to song. And of course, just to bring the
Mm.
discussion to a closure, especially because I think this episode turned out to be something about karaoke. That was our
I mean,
karaoke episode.
that, that, I mean, it did turn out to be about karaoke, but it's the JTW. It's
Right.
the JTW section,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
and a lot of
They will
JTW
after.
was us doing karaoke. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So
But
I
yeah,
mean,
so yes, whenever you pick a song, it is very important also to understand the vibe of the room, just to avoid misses. And sometimes misses can be fun, but if they last for like 6-7 minutes, that could be a little bit of an embarrassing um, moment. But yes, I guess that was a wrap for no pun intended for today's episode. And of course, we had a little bit of technical problems. I'm sorry about that. I try. Hopefully, I fix them as much as possible during the editing phase. There may be a couple of words that will be skipped here and there. I'm very sorry,
mhm.
especially if you made it this far into the listening. And I
Mm.
guess we can do a karaoke of our goodbye chant and then send you away for today. So I would say that we have
All
nothing
right.
left said, but our always as friendly
So
Soigi.